If you're an incoming freshman, this is the only video that you're going to need. Hey guys, welcome or welcome back. It's me, Ani, and today I'm going to be telling you guys my best tips for high school. I promise y'all, I got y'all. I watched a lot of these videos and I was an incoming freshman and it helped me a lot. It made me feel better. So I hope that I'm able to do the same and provide the same comfort for you guys. So let's just go ahead and get right in. My first tip, it's a big one. I know everyone says this, but it's really true, and take it from me. Be friendly and make friends. Talk to people because you think that, oh, they're not gonna want to be my friend or I'm gonna embarrass myself. And the truth is, everyone on their first day of school is thinking the same thing. They have the same mindset and nobody knows each other. So take advantage of the first day and take it as an opportunity to put yourself out there. As a person with social anxiety, you really just have to go for it. Start with a convo starter. Oh my god, I love your shoes. And it's as easy as that. My second tip kind of ties into that. I would say join sports, join clubs. Sorry guys, my phone died and my mic also died. So now you guys are just gonna get shitty sound quality. Anyways, let's continue. Join clubs and sports, do as many activities as possible. That was not possible for me because I have a little brother. My mom was always working, so I would have to take care of my brother. My sophomore year, I was actually supposed to do volleyball, and I think that was like one of my happiest moments in high school. Honestly, I was going to practice for like a week and a half straight. It was just really fun. And I wasn't even actually on the team, so that says a lot. So yes, definitely join sports. Try out everything that you possibly could. I would have loved to do track and football, but unfortunately, my school didn't have either of those because I live in New York and it's we're not very big on track and football. I know this one is gonna sound really silly, but ask questions. Don't be shy on the first day. I think a lot of people are obviously going through the same things. If you have any questions, the teachers, the assistant principal, all of these people are going to be more than glad to help you. It is also their job. This also goes for throughout the year, especially in a subject that you know you're not best at. My weakest subject was math, and I always made the mistake of never asking questions. I only ever put myself out there senior year. And senior year was one of my best years for my weakest subject. I mean, I was getting 80s and 90s the entire school year. Unfortunately, I only did that for my last year. I feel like during your senior year, you start to care less because it's like, oh, I'm a senior now. Like, I got through all 4 years of high school. What's a couple more months and then I graduate, right? And I think it helped that I had really good teachers who actually care about their students' performances. My math teacher that I had for my senior year was like the best teacher ever. I specifically learned best with visuals, and I think she was very good at doing that. So the next one, I would say is kind of controversial actually. Next one is something that I do currently. I actually have a planner. A big part of me not doing my homework in high school was planning. I never did my homework. I kind of pretended like homework didn't exist. I ended up graduating with a 3.0 GPA, but all my life I've been a really good student. It's just during my sophomore and junior year, my grades tanked. So I think you should get a planner. Let me show you the planner I have right now. This is my planner. It is so cute. And so this is what my planner would look like. So this was in the month of March. I was having a lot of midterms, quizzes. It was a lot to keep up with. A planner will help you with this. I got a cute one because I feel like it helps me like actually look at it more. I think when you're in high school, you kind of view it as more of a chore to use a planner. But when you get to college, I promise you, you are way more likely to use it. So you might as well just start in high school, and it'll help you with making sure that you stay on top of your homework. And trust me, you do not want to fall behind. Which brings me to my next tip: stay on top of your homework, okay? Falling behind is not something that you want, because when it is senior year and you're having to do graduation practices, attend these meetings where they tell you about everything that's going to be going on, paying your senior dues, applying for college, applying for FAFSA if you are, getting financial aid, looking at offers, all of these things, you are not going to want to deal with having to raise your GPA. You're making your life so much easier your senior year, I promise. Junior year was my worst year. I think my GPA was like a 2.7. My GPA has never been that low. It just really sucked because I was getting 60s and 70s, and I failed a class for the first time in in my whole life. This was all because I was mentally going through it. I'm glad that, you know, I got out of that slump, but falling behind in high school is not something that you want to do. And it really does help prepare you, because let me tell you, I know you guys are going to get so sick and tired of hearing the same thing, but high school is not the same as college, okay? It is drastically different. If you're not properly prepared, you won't even know what to expect. And take it from me, because I was so shocked going into college. I feel like I was always hearing the same thing, like, college is so different. College is nothing like high school. But I didn't actually know what to expect until I started. Let me tell you guys, I was in shock. My first week, I was really going through it. Tip whatever number, don't gossip. I don't know the type of people that are watching this video. I'm assuming if you're watching this video, it's because you're nervous. Your high school years aren't gonna, you know, go well. But you don't want to have bad rep. If you get into a fight, teachers will find out, and so will assistant principals, and so will the whole school. And that might actually even hurt your chances of getting into a college that you might want. It ruins relationships with teachers because they do view you differently. I mean, if you don't care about having a good relationship with your teacher, then I guess like it doesn't apply to you. But why wouldn't you want to have a good relationship with your teachers? You know what I mean? It's going to help you because those teachers might be writing recommendation letters for you. Next thing that I'm about to say kind of really hits deep for me because it applies to me so much. Stop caring what people think. I can't stress this enough. Stop caring what people think. And I'm talking about like how people have so many insecurities to the point where it genuinely takes over their lives. I was one of those people. I truly deeply regret it. When I was in high school, I refused to wear my hair out. I always wore buns. I never tried any different hairstyles up until, oh great, my ring light just died, period. I refused to wear shorts during the summer, and we didn't even have a dress code, so you can imagine. There was a point in time where I was wearing long sleeves during the summer. It was so bad. I was so insecure. I didn't want anyone to see my body. Until senior year, I guess something literally clicked in me, and I can't even explain the feeling, but it was more like I started experimenting with my style. I really wanted to change my style. And when I did, I realized nobody cares. In fact, I was actually getting compliments and like, oh, you know, you look so pretty. And when people started telling me like, oh, you should dress like this more often, or you should do your hair like this more often, I was like, wow. You know, in your head, it might seem like everyone is going to be so effing rude and they're gonna tell you like you look ugly, or they're thinking that you look ugly. But even if they're thinking it, you don't actually know that, and no one's actually ever gonna go up to you out loud and be like, you look ugly. Once I really got past that mindset, it was more like, wow, it feels so freeing to let go of that mentality. I look back and I'm like so sad because I couldn't express myself the way I wanted to. I just wish someone would have told me this sooner. No one's paying attention to you, no one's taking the time out of their day to judge you, you know? I didn't want to touch on this topic because I didn't want to make everything about like, oh, love. Love in high school is complicated because you are at a very vulnerable age. Everything kind of hits you 10 times harder. So if you're going through some sort of breakup, your grades are going to drop, and it happened to me. It really affected me, and that reflected on my grades really bad. I just remember my mom being so disappointed. If I had to give you guys advice, if you are going to date someone, make sure it's not a person in your class. I know a lot of people like to do that, but I feel like it's really awkward if you guys do break up in the same year and then you have to see your ex every day in class. Like, that's insane. I honestly wouldn't even really date anyone that goes to your school. I think it's just kind of annoying and brings unnecessary drama when you like have to see them in the hallways and then their friends are like, oh, you saw blank today, or blank was talking about you to my friend the other day. Like, because now I have to beat you up. Like, now I actually have to confront you, and it's annoying. I never had to go through that. And you know, not to clock some of you guys, but because you guys are just starting high school, most of you are like 14, 15, right? I'm going to say, if you do want a relationship to work out and you are like serious about it, which not a lot of people are serious about relationships at that age, but if you are, don't talk to your friends about all your relationship problems. They don't need to know. Most of that should stay between you and your partner. My last tip is something that I wish I had all 4 years of my high school, and honestly I probably should have thought about it, but I never did until college. Keep an emergency bag with you, especially if you're a girl. If you're a girl, you know, we get periods and all of that stuff. I have a very, very, very heavy flow. TMI, I'm sorry. This is a safe space though, so I have really heavy flow and I would always bleed through. I'm gonna tell you guys what I have in my emergency bag. This is my emergency bag. This is the one that I used during my first semester of college. I have tampons, even though I don't use tampons, because you never know if a girl might need one, or if it's a last resort, that's the only way I'll use one. I have pads. You should always carry an extra pair of underwear in there. I don't, but I only put it in my bag if I know I'm on my period and it's really heavy, because you never know what might happen. I have hand sanitizer. I have 2 different ones because I'm just a germaphobe. It's really bad. I have wipes. Okay, you can either get baby wipes, hand wipes, whatever. You never know. I sometimes have gotten drinks and they spill, and wipes have come in very handy. I also carry Advil or Tylenol. My cramps get really bad and you never know, you might have a headache or something might happen. Carry some deodorant because if you guys are in high school gym class, I always dreaded because I just hated it and I would be so sweaty after, but I would never stink. So make sure you're not one of those people who smell terrible, because these people, man, these people, and you can't be rude and tell them, hey, you fucking stink, but it's like, y'all are too grown to be smelling bad, okay? But yes, I kept deodorant in there. And then the last thing that I kept was a lip balm. I personally hate when my lips get really dry and I can't stand it. Lip balm, lip gloss, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, those are all my tips that I have for incoming freshmen, or even if you're watching as a high school student, let me know what you guys think. Let me know if these help you. And please don't be scared. If you're nervous, it's totally okay. It is completely normal. And I promise you, everyone else is feeling the exact same way. I'm wishing you guys nothing but good luck this upcoming school year. I hope that you guys got everything that you hope to get out of your high school experience, and make the most out of it. Make a lot of memories, have fun, and be yourself. Be yourself, never change for anyone. Ever. Stay true to yourself because that is the only thing that matters. If you guys need anything or have any questions, let me know down below. I love you guys and I'll see you guys next week.